Together to chair this session, I have Sutripta Sarkar from India. And without wasting any more time, the first speaker we have is from Philippines. That's Evelyn Kajukom. And she will be talking about climate action of Pampanga State Agricultural University. Yeah, Evelyn, are you ready? You're still on a mute.
Okay.
Yeah, please start. You have 10 minutes. Do we have some timekeeper there? It's
Yes,
okay.
Professor, we have.
Okay, please. Evelyn, please,
Yes.
you can start anytime you are ready.
Okay. I'm ready, sir. Can you see my screen and am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everyone who are with us tonight. First and foremost, I would like to thank the organizer of this 11th International Conference on Sustainable Waste Management and Circular Economy and the IPLA Global Forum 2021 for giving me a chance to present our paper. And special thanks to Professor Gosh for inviting me to this event and accepting our paper. And our paper is about climate action of Pampanga State Agricultural University. This work is with my team, Ma'am Isabella Vicencio, Sir Nathaniel Supan, Doc Aldrin P. Mendoza, Ma'am Lenny G. Magat, Ma'am Choni Chola R. David, and Sir Josel Calma. We are all from the College of Arts and Sciences of Pampanga State Agricultural University from Magalang, Pampanga, Philippines. We are on Central Luzon, Region 3 in the Philippines. And this is the facade of our university. And as we can see, our university has a lot of forests, and this has something to do with our study. Out of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, we have seen this wedding cake representation, and this emphasizes the importance of the biosphere. The biosphere is an essential precondition for social justice and economic development. For if we do not achieve the goals related to clean water and sanitation, life below water, life on land, and climate action, we will fail to achieve the remaining goal. That's why our team choose our SGD 13, which is climate action. Climate action states that there is a need to take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact by regulating emission and promoting development in renewable energy. And in our university, we have seen that climate action, PSAU, is the acronym for our university, has not yet been documented. That's why we created this research to identify the climate change mitigation and adaptation strategies of PSAU. And this is actually broken down into 4 studies. For study 1, these are for the inventory of carbon dioxide emission, and this covers only the scope 1 and scope 2. Study 2 is the review of the PSAU guidelines on policy on acquisition, use, maintenance of university vehicle and electrical equipment. Study 3 is for the analysis and optimization of mitigation of PSAU. And the 4th one is to identify the climate change mitigation and adaptation strategies of our university. And the outcome of the university would like to have the annual carbon dioxide emission of PSAU, to identify or to model a carbon neutral PSAU, and identify the community-based climate change mitigation for a climate change resilient PSAU community. And these are what we have done. These are my team doing key informant interview and data mining from various offices of our university. We mainly got our data from the general and auxiliary services, which handles the vehicle and machineries of our school, and from the accounting office for the record on electricity consumption of our school. We also here we have on the library data mining for secondary data out of the thesis of our student regarding the forest, regarding the trees found in the university. So for carbon dioxide emission inventory, we have done this in 2019 and compared it with 2020. So we have computed about 841 tons in 2019 and 556 tons in 2020. And there is a 32.6 decrease in carbon dioxide emission simply because in 2020 we have the COVID-19 pandemic, which actually brought the school to go into flexible learning wherein teachers are working at home and students are not also, we're not doing face-to-face class until now. So the savings is out of the electricity that is saved from the classroom. But given the difference, we can see that still the composition of the carbon dioxide emission by source is actually relatively the same for both years. So 90% are coming from electricity, and this is followed by the diesel fuel. This is commonly utilized by our service vehicle of the university and gasoline fuel. And with that, we have looked into how our university acquire our vehicle, and this is in adherence to government policy and guidelines that we have from the annual procurement plan for budget requirement, acquisition of vehicle, and every equipment actually in the school. Also, we have the implementation of austerity program on the use of vehicle. We have practice carpooling so that our vehicle will not actually go if you're only one. You're advised to commute. At least two passengers are required to use the vehicle, and you must accomplish the travel order so that it will be scheduled properly. And for the use of electrical equipment, these are the AC units in the school. These are programmed to be on at 9:30 in the morning and turned off at 4:30. The school is have implemented and observing preventive maintenance because preventive maintenance are more cost effective than repair. And we see that it's the first time that we have the inventory of scope 1 and scope 2 CO2 emission, and we plan to do it yearly. And out of the vehicle in the university, no one is electrically powered yet, and there is we found a little investment in renewable energy, and we can actually promote active transportation within the campus since it has a covered pathway and the buildings are actually near each other. And that's what we have seen in the mitigation. These are divided into two: the preventive measure that actually prevent the emission of carbon dioxide. The end of pipe refers to sequestration capacity that are available at the university. So we have found this austerity program. So the more that you can save electricity and your diesel, the better. And we have the use of renewable energy in replacement for the usual fossil fuel and electricity. Then we have also a proposed study on active transportation. What if we can limit the use of four-wheel vehicle? We just use bike and walking around the campus. For the end of pipe, we can see the big role that is being played by our trees. And these trees are actually growing in number because of tree planting activity. And we have this forest management inside the school. And that's how we come up with this model of carbon neutral PSAU community. Is basically using nature-based mitigation and use of renewable energy for us to lower, if not to sequester, all the CO2 emission of our university. This is what we found out. Around the university, we have only 7 solar panel installed, and these are actually donated or funded by agencies that is like partner with our university, and it generates 82,261 kilowatt hours of energy, and this represent only 5.58% of the 2019 electricity consumption of the university and 8.22. So we can say that renewable energy production capacity of the university is still low. And on the nature-based mitigation, we are on capitalizing on trees. We found 63 species belonging to 30 families in the university. So at table 6, we have only list of mother trees in the university. So we computed for the carbon sequestration of these banaba trees, since it is the most densely populating or in the campus. So it can sequester 58 tons of carbon dioxide approximately, and this account for 7.01% for CO2 emission 2019 and 10.40% for 2020. So, but we are positive, or that the university is actually sequestering its CO2 emission, because this is not yet the full list. These are just mother trees, but we can other trees are not yet documented in the school. So in rough estimate, we have to find 18,000 banaba trees to sequester all the CO2 emission of the university. And why is that we have so many trees? It's because tree planting activity is a regular event in the university. Actually, our late president is a registered forester, so we always have this tree planting in university foundation, and when we have visitors. But these tree planting activities lacking.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
As the time is limited, please conclude soon.
Yes, sir. So these trees are actually produced from our nurseries. So the sweet and sour tamarind. So we have these 4. And the coffee. We also have the bamboo facilities in the university. That's why inside the university we have found this, the Forest Mahogany Park, Agroforestry, and the Pampanga Bamboo Centrum. So earlier we have seen the climate mitigation capacity of the bamboo. And also, trees are cutted to give way for infrastructure that to be built in the university. And this brought to the land use change of the university. So we have 7.65% in trees and 0.93% in built, because of this is brought by tree planting and infrastructure development inside the university. So we propose that this adaptation or consists of structural and non-structural changes, basically support the sustainable lifestyle change of PSAU, that is to take step to reduce their emission and practice a less wasteful life. And it is community inclusive and nature-based, that are collaborative, sustainable, cumulative, and adaptive. One of the best practice recorded for the school is the organizing the 30 informal settlers that are actually doing illegal logging and charcoal making. Now they are doing coffee-based agroforestry as partner in sustainable co-management of forest land. And this is recognized by the Development Academy of the Philippines. And this is Mount Arayat that's growing with more trees because of PSAU and its various stakeholders believe in nature. As we protect our nature, then the nature can protect us. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you very much, Evelyn. That was very interesting presentation, as well as quite an exciting work that is going on in the university. And please hold on for the discussion will be at the end of the session, but I think it won't be very long. So I'm asking Sutripta, can you confirm whether there's only one more speaker or any other speakers there?
Yes, Professor. Uh, Sanayalu Titialo, do you have a presentation in this room? Are you from Nigeria?
No, his name is not here.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am, I'm here from Nagaland.
Oh, Nagaland.
No,
Yes,
Okay,
Apong,
so
yeah, Apong is there, but I don't see anybody else. So can you introduce Apong now?
Okay.
No,
Sir,
not you. I mean, I'm talking to the co-chair. So Triptak, can you please introduce him?
yes. Afum Nam will be today presenting a paper on a review on assessment tools of ambient air quality monitoring in Nagaland, Northeast India. You have 10 minutes time, Afum. You can present your, please
Please.
present your slides.
Yeah, you can share
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Present now. At the bottom, there is present now. The arrow, present now, that is the share.
Yes. And then after which, do I have to go for your entire screen?
Yeah. You share screen first so that we can see the slides first.
Okay.
You know how to do it? Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Is it coming now?
Yeah, it's coming.
Then we'll
Open your PPT. Open your
Yes,
PPT.
I cannot find my BPT actually.
We can see it. It's minimized. It's minimized. You
It
just
will
click
be
on
there
the
somewhere.
PPT.
Sorry.
It will be
Your
there somewhere.
PPT is, yeah, your PPT is minimized here. You just
Okay.
click on the PPT and it will open, and we can see that.
But actually, I can't find my BPT here. Should I
Okay,
press
what you can
stop?
do, you stop sharing
Okay.
and you open the PPT first. Okay,
Okay. Yes.
open the PPT first. Keep
Yes, ma'am.
in
It's
the
already
medium
open.
mode. Okay,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
not minimized, it's not maximum. Keep in the medium mode. Now share your screen.
Okay.
Medium mode, okay?
Sure. Okay. I got it now. Yes. Here.
Yeah, you can share now.
Playing now. How about
Yes.
now?
Yeah, now it's there. Okay, it's good.
Okay.
Now you can maximize it.
Is it okay
Absolutely.
now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
excellent.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, please start.
Okay. Thank you, sir, Akamutu, for this time. With due respect to Professors Southern Coast, the organizing team, and all the participants present at this conference, once again, a very blessed evening to all. I, on behalf of my institution, Patkai Christian College, an autonomous college which is affiliated to Nagaland University, would like to convey a very warm greetings to all the presenters who are participating on the 11th IconSWM-CE Sustainable Waste Management, Circular Economy, and IPLA Global Forum 2021. Before proceeding further ahead, I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to Dr. Moinla and Dr. Vihino for giving me this privilege and also for your constant guide and support granted till the completion of my field report. Also, I really hope that this platform will provide a great opportunity to many young generations for developing new ideas, innovations in the near future as well. So to start with, as we can see from the slide, the topic which I'll be presenting this evening is on the assessment tool of ambient air quality monitoring in Nagaland, Northeast India. So moving on, I had two objectives. Firstly, to determine the status and trend of ambient air quality in Nagaland. Secondly, to ascertain whether the prescribed ambient air quality standard are violated and to assess the infinite source of origins and including the health hazard impact on human health. Coming to my study locations, as we can see from the given figure, a map of India, the state of Nagaland is situated in the northeastern part of India. In Nagaland, we have a total 12 districts, and I did my research on the two metro cities, that is Dimapur and Kohima. Dimapur is considered as the commercial hub, which we can see a map from a bracket. Map in a bracket, it is a map of Dimapur, and from bracket P, it is a map of Kohima. So Kohima is the capital of Nagaland. Also, my investigation is carried out at NPCP, that is Nagaland Pollution Control Board, which is a full-fledged body established under Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act in the year 1981. That is monitoring the air quality within the state jurisdiction in collaboration with the CPCB, that is Central Pollution Control Board. Also, we have National Ambient Air Quality Standard of 2019. So in India, currently, there are about 12 parameters. However, in Nagaland, only 3 parameters are being assessed and monitored on regular basis. That is through a manual monitoring network such as RSPM, which stands for Respirable Suspended Particulate Matter, followed with sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. So here, the annual limit set by the CPCB, as we can see from the chart, the annual limit for RSPM is 60 for both residential and ecological sensitive areas, while for SO2, the annual limit is 50 for residential, 50 microgram per meter cube for residential areas, while for ecological sensitive areas, the annual limit is 20. Last but not the least, we have nitrogen dioxide. The annual limit is 40, and for the ecological sensitive areas, the annual limit is 30 microgram per meter cube. So these are the 3 parameters that are being analyzed in Nagaland. Also, we have introductions now. Since part of my introductions are already covered in the earlier slide, I'll skip the introduction portion and will focus on the main body. Moving on to my findings. So these are some of the secondary data of 2019 concerning the contribution sources of air pollution in India. So as we can see from the chart, dust and constructional activities accounts for 45% of the total contribution, which is the highest contribution sources that deteriorate the air quality, while the lowest concentration is from the sources of domestic cooking, which accounts about 7%. So apart from these highest and lowest contribution sources, we have other sources such as waste burning, transport, diesel generator, and industries. So these are some of the other sources or factors that are also responsible for in contributing to the air pollutions in India. But when we look in Nagaland, in the context of Nagaland, open burning of solid waste is the highest contribution sources, which lead to the degradation of air quality, while the lowest sources of air pollution is generated from the burning of fossil fuel, such as coal for domestic purposes. So also here, apart from highest and lowest contribution sources, Other sources include like vehicular emissions, poorly maintained road, emission from small-scale industries, deforestation, construction and demolition activities. Last but not the least, we have population explosions. So I'm not going for elaborating more on this term since we all know the sources that contribute to air pollutions. So moving ahead again quickly to National Ambient Air Monitoring Program. So the CPCB, that is Central Pollution Control Board, takes the full responsibility to conduct a nationwide program of ambient air quality monitoring known as NAMT. So under this NAM, we have the network consisting of 804 operating stations covering about 344 cities or town in 28 states, that is within India, also including the 6 union territories of the country. However, in terms of coming back to Nagaland again, there are only 4 monitoring stations in Nagaland. 2 are located in Kohima, and 2 stations is at Dimapur. So out of 4 monitoring stations, 2 stations is located in the commercial area, and the remaining 2 stations are located in the residential areas. So in Nagaland, we use these RTS machines to check the air quality since, okay, here. These are the 2 monitoring stations from Kohima, and this is the another 2 monitoring stations located at Dimapur. Moving ahead again to ambient air quality of Dimapur during 2020. This is the annual data of ISWM and NO2, that is nitrogen dioxide, recorded during the year 2020. So from the given figure, we can see the difference in the concentration of pollutants level. When we look at this figure, the month of June, July, and August, it shows a very low concentration of air pollutions, while during the dry season in winter, the month of November, or starting from the month of November to December till the month of February, the concentration of air pollution increases rapidly. So this fluctuation of air concentration are due to the numerous factors which we have seen in the earlier slide, such as vehicular emissions, burning of waste, deforestation, construction and demolition activities, and above all, also in my personal perspective, all poorly maintained road condition in Nagaland it is seen as one of the major factors that lead to the fluctuation of the air pollutions in Nagaland. Also moving to the ambient air quality of Kohima during 2020, we got almost the same pattern of pollution level at Kohima, that is during the year 2020, for both RSPM and NO2 parameters. That is decreasing during a rainy season, the air pollution concentration decreases, while during a dry season, it increases again. Same as in Dimapur. Moving also, coming to health hazard impact and corrective measures of air pollutions. In India, despite several initiatives made by the government of India, more than 80% of Indian cities violates the prescribed standard of air quality.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
As the time is limited, please conclude soon.
Okay, sir. Okay. Also, as per India's specific finding of a GPT, that is Global Burden of Disease, assessment released in February 2013, showed air pollution as the 5th largest killer in India. While in terms of Nagaland, respiratory diseases and breathing problems are being faced by the local people, and no casual death report has been recorded till date. Coming to measures, API, that is Action Plan, in Nagaland, NPCP, that is Nagaland Pollution Control Board, has adopted numerous measures and divided these measures into 3 categories, such as long-term, mid-term, and short-term plan. So these are some of the measures that have been adopted and implemented presently. Number 1, we have regular cleaning of road dust and sprinkling of water on unpaved road. 2. Strict enforcement of pollution under control emission norms. 3. Intensify public transport system. 4. Strict enforcement of ban on open burning of garbage, debris, etc. 5. Relocate or shifting of small polluting industries. 6. We have awareness involving school and colleges. 7. Installation and operation of air pollution control device, that is air sensor. 8. Covering of constructional site. 9. Monitoring of vehicle fitness or checking of fuel alternation. Then last but not least, we have tree plantation in and around the cities. So these are some of the measures that are being adopted in Nagaland. Moving quickly to Indian air quality index. This AQI varies from countries to countries, but in India, we have 6 categories that is based on the level of health concerns such as good, satisfactory, moderate, poor, very poor, and severe. So out of these 6 category in Nagaland, since we have 3 parameters, one of the parameters falls under moderate categories, that is RSPM. It has already exceeded the permissible limit set by the CPCB, while the remaining 2 parameters, SO2 and NO2, falls under good categories. Also in my research, I have encountered a limitation in AQI applications. That is, this AQI should be able, it has to be in such a way that it has to be in simple form, which means like both public and policymakers has to understand easily. So more research needs to be done in the AQI, wherein the manual networking or manual, the data obtained through manual monitoring stations are easily convertible into AQI value. Moving to my results and conclusions, in Dimapur, here from the given figure, the red lines, this indicate.
Excuse me, sir. Please try to finish in 1 minute.
Okay, sir. So when we look to the annual data of RSPM concentration during the past 5 years, from 2016 to 2020, in Dimapur, the RSPM parameters has already exceeded the prescribed limit. Also, in my data analysis, the concentration of NO2 is increasing at the rate of 3.4 micrometer per meter cube annually. So if it continues to increase at the same rate every year, then in Dimapur, the concentration of NO2 is most likely to exceed its permissible limit by 2047. That is reaching up to 34.2 microgram per meter cube. Since the annual prescribed limit set by the CPCB for NO2 is 30 microgram per meter cube. Therefore, this exceeded limit will definitely pose a threat on the ecological sensitive area. So we almost got the same data for Kohima. We'll jump up quickly to conclusions here. Lastly, in comparison on the air quality between the 2 metro cities in Dimapur and Kohima, this graph clearly indicates that the district of Dimapur has worse air quality as compared to the air quality in Kohima district. So on my last slide, this is a brief review of my research. Here we see the air pollutions in Nagaland. It depends on seasons. That is, during summer and winter, the air pollution fluctuates depending on the seasons. Secondly, future risk potential of NO2 on ecological sensitive areas is obtained. Thirdly, I've also encountered the existing limitation or vacuum on AQI application, where more research needs to be done in this AQI. Lastly, strict implementation of API, that is Action Plan in Nagaland, is seen as an urgent task for both present and future generation. So with this, I conclude. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think we have one speaker, but we are not sure. Dr. Kudirat, can you please unmute Kudirat? Are you able to join us now?
Yes, I'm online with you now, but I'll be using my phone. Because I'm having issue with the technical issue with the laptop, so I'll make use of my phone. But
Yeah,
unfortunately, I will not be able to share my slide.
Professor Sadan Kumar actually suggested that if you are okay, you can present it tomorrow if your facilities are okay.
Okay. Well, I'm clearer here with the phone, but the only issue is that I'll not be able to share my slide. But
Yeah, I
I
know.
sent my slide earlier. So if
Okay.
my slide can come up while I do the talking here.
Okay. So
Can you send us your slides?
she says
Can
she
you
has
mail
sent.
us your?
I've done that. I've done that. I think I did that 2 days ago or thereabouts. I sent in my
Okay.
slides to the
Yeah,
available link.
Kutriya, is it
Yeah.
possible to forward your email now to us?
Okay, I will
Slide should
Yeah,
soon.
be
you do
available.
that. Then you can make a presentation now. My secretariat will share your PPT. All right? Try it.
Okay, let me send in my email address
Please. You
as
send.
I speak.
Any other speakers here?
I've done that. I've sent my email address.
That
Can
actually,
I
Professor Ghosh
can
was
I present?
telling you the mail you had sent 2 days earlier, which contained your presentation. Can you again resend that mail to us?
They're asking for your slides now. Can you send the slides now?
Can you mail us
Send the
your?
slide again to.
Can you so
Okay,
we
that
can show the
let's
slide and
let,
you can
let
make the presentation?
yes. Okay, I will do that, but probably maybe if we have any presenter on ground, let them take the floor while I do that. Then after the presenter, I can come on board.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Let me quickly send why the next person takes place. Then when I'm done, I'll let you know.
Okay. Sure.
Thank you.
Prof. Gosh, are we having any
Ẹ
other
mọ̀ kan tó máa
speakers?
ṣẹlẹ̀ sí.
Uh,
Okay,
I
jẹ́
don't
àwọn mú.
think so. We don't have any other
AB
speakers now.
_102. Just a minute, Professor Raga.
Yeah.
I think Fatima Biri,
I saw her, but I don't see her name in the any of the papers.
or maybe somebody else has joined by that name. So I'm just inquiring. Astha Malla, are you a presenter?
Hi, Asta. Asta, you are here. Fatima, you are here. So why you are not responding? Please make your presentation. Chairs are calling you.
Which paper
Fatima
is that?
Vidi and Asta Mala, both are present here. So please respond and chairs. But I have already presented yesterday. Okay. So Fatma
Okay.
had a presentation. Okay, no problem. And Asta Mala,
You can go and take your dinner.
yeah. All right.
Or in the Tunisian session.
Oh, Tunisian, yeah. Asta
Okay.
is there? Asta Mala. Yeah, Asta, I think that you did not have a presentation.
Yes, sir. For this time, I don't have presentation.
Yeah. Then why your name up here? Her name is here? No. It's all right. I just saw her. I was all right.
She's a visitor.
Please visit her. Okay. So, what I got the response that some person is joining. Okay. So they are all VIP presenters, VIP researchers. So we have to call them and ask them to join because they don't have any learning process.
Okay,
Yeah.
Dr. Kudira has
You,
sent
you
the
discuss
slides.
you discuss something with them. That will be a learning process. Meantime, let us see. Anybody?
No,
Bala.
Dr. Kudira has sent the slides. Can the secretariat process it
No,
now?
she has not. We'll check it.
Yes, Professor, we are checking it.
Oh, you chased away the Ashta Malla. Mhm.
Professor Aga and Kudirat, we received your PPTs. We'll be presenting from our end, and you can speak.
Okay. So you are ready with the slides? Can you
It's coming. It's coming. We'll be sharing.
let's share it before we invite them. We can share the slides, then we can invite her.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I can see the slides now. So I will invite her now. Dr. Kudirat, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
So I will invite
Can I take the floor now, sir?
you have. Yeah, your slide. Yeah, your slides are ready. So I will introduce you. You are from Nigeria, and then your title will be Fast Fourier Transform Spectral Technique for Short Period Climatic Temperature Time Series Decomposition in Port Harcourt City. Yeah, please, you can start now.
Thank you so much. Conference greetings to everyone. I'm Kudrat Adeyemi Olubukola from Nigeria. Like it has very rightly been said, my topic. So I'll go straight to the topic. Why are we looking at the temperature as it affects Port Harcourt City? We looked at temperature because of the issue that is on ground in Port Harcourt City. For the past few years, Port Harcourt has been having issue of black soot. The Port Harcourt City has been having issue with the air quality in that city. So I decided with my colleague to go into the research to see what can be done in order to mitigate the problem and to justify that actually this black soot is actually is actually causing health problem in that city. So the results, that the outcome of the results actually justify that yes, there is a problem in the atmospheric here in Port Harcourt City, that there is actually a pollutant, and that pollutant happens to be a black soot. And we all know the problem when we have a black body, that black body does absorb they absorb solar radiation, and as a result of that, there is health implication on the people of Port Harcourt City. So I will proceed with the work. Why Fourier? As we all know, that Fourier is analysis that deconstructs a final segment. And what it does is that it makes us to see the frequencies, that's the different frequencies that are in any signal or any data that is being acquired. When you use Fourier, you'll be able to see those signals that are hidden in there. And that's exactly the exact reason why this tool was being used for this particular research. And we have the spectral cloud. What does the spectral cloud does there? It's just a determinant factor that changes with temperature, either rapidly or slowly. It's just to justify when there is any pollutant in the air and this tool is being used, it will be seen on the spectrogram. This spectrogram will be seen on the spectrogram, and the spectrogram has its power level. With the power level, we'll be able to justify what the impact of these pollutants, what the effect of this impact
Excuse me,
on
ma'am.
the what the
Please let
effect.
us know the slide, please, by saying next.
So the work is actually on the surface boundary layer. Why the surface boundary layer? Because this layer is where we human being does our various activities. And that's why we are concentrating on the surface boundary layer. Because this is the layer where the positive and the negative activities, that's the anthropogenic activities of man, takes place. And this affects the climate as the problem we are facing as a climate change. The aim of the work is that we want to devise a means to investigate the air quality due to pollutants or aerosols in Port Harcourt City. And we have used temperature as our main atmospheric parameter within the altitude of 25 meters. I go to the method we use. How do we go about this work? We actually acquired her data for the duration of 2 years. That's between the year of 2017 and 2018. The acquired data was averaged and computed and computed, and this acquired data was grouped into 4 quadrants of 6 hourly. That's between the hour of 12 a.m. to 6 a.m., from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m., from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., and from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. But I'm here to talk about the third quadrant. That's the one of 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. So why are we, grouping into these quadrants? Is because we are bringing in the idea, the knowledge of the harness cycle, because each of these quadrants has its characteristics as it regards the effect of the solar radiation on the Earth's surface. So when the result came out, we were able to see that at the third quadrant, there is a higher temperature. So I move to the slide where I have the histogram. You will see the comparison of the 2 years. That's 2017 and 2018. When you look at the histogram that is showing the distribution of the curve fitted, we have some temperature that is above the curve. And this temperature is known to be abnormal, which we refer to as the outliers there. For 2017, we have it at 30 degrees Celsius, and at 2018, we have it at 32 and 33 degrees Celsius. So when we compare the two, we saw that 2018 is having a higher, increase in this atmospheric temperature than 2017. So the question now is, what is the likely, the issue, the likely cause of this rise in temperature in 2018 than 2017? So we move ahead to make use of the spectrogram, because the spectrogram is a tool that shows the behavior of the pollutants on the response of surface temperature to perturbation. In essence, what the work is all about is we want to look at the relationship between thermal mass and temperature perturbation, because we observe that the black suit must have an effect. It must have an impact on the people of Port Harcourt City. It must have an impact on the environment of Port Harcourt City. And if this is the case, how can we justify that? So that's why we move ahead to make use of this spectrogram. And in the spectrogram, we have been able to see, with the use of the spectral cloud, you will see the spectral cloud there is encoded in colors. We have the bluish color, we have the yellowish color. The bluish color is of high frequency power, while the yellowish color is of low frequency power. In the year 2017, that's comparing the two spectrograms now. In the year 2017, you will observe that the yellowish color is more pronounced than in the year 2018. The pronouncement of 2017, the yellowish color in 2017, does not mean that there is no pollutant at all in 2017. But what it's saying is that the pollutant in 2017 is at minimum than the one of 2018. And the histogram has justified that the higher temperature is more pronounced in 2018 than in 2017, which the spectrogram is also showing to us that yes, the pollutant is higher in 2018 than in 2017 in there. So the next slide, what I have there is a table showing the frequency of occurrence of these pollutants. The pollutant will definitely be the result of the anthropogenic activities, because what we gather from people around in Port Harcourt City is that there is illegal pumping of crude oil going on in there. So this illegal pumping of crude oil is man activities. So which we believe is going to be part of my recommendation to the government that there should be a regulator to that. But I'll come to that. So these pollutants, how often does it occur in the atmospheric in the atmosphere of Port Harcourt City? So that's what we have on that table. The spectral scale to convert normalized frequency to real-time table. We have it there. We have it in monthly or yearly. It can be calculated in quarterly too, depending on what the findings. We want to know the occurrence of times it comes up in the city. So this can be done too. Then lastly is the discussion, which I have also talked on as we are looking at the result there. We know at the third quadrant, between the hour of 12 noon to 6 p.m., the Diana circle has its characteristics there. And one of it is that the cloudness will be diminishing. And if the cloudness is diminishing, automatically we expected the temperature to drop. But instead of drop in temperature, there was an increase in temperature of that particular quadrant. So that means there is presence of a negative impact, a negative activities by man that is going on at that period of time. So this may likely be as a result of the black suit that we are talking about. And like I said, the black suit, black body are all good absorber of solar energy. So this will automatically radiate its own heat when the solar heat has diminished. The heat will come on, which is is going to affect the temperature perturbation at that period. So the thermal mass at that period will be at a higher frequency. It will be at a higher frequency than the temperature perturbation in there. So that's what I have in there as my discussion, which I have talked more of there. Then in conclusion, the purpose of this work is for us to make use of the spectrogram to be able to interpret the weather pattern behavior as it relates to thermal mass and temperature perturbation in order for us to combat or to mitigate climate change. My recommendation to the government of Nigeria and to the government of Port Harcourt City is that the government should establish air quality monitoring station in Port Harcourt, because when this research was being carried out in Port Harcourt, there was no public government air monitoring station in Port Harcourt. It's only a private one that is in Port Harcourt, one private monitoring station that is in Port Harcourt, which I believe is not too good for a city that is majorly into oil refining in the country of ours, as in Nigeria as a whole. Then also, part of my recommendation is that the government should make affordable and available the respiratory facilities, because the medical care of the citizen, the indigene of that city is at risk. So the government should make this affordable and available. That it may be as in the nose masks which we are using now. Thank God for COVID-19. Though I'm saying thank God for COVID-19 because it has its own merits too. COVID-19 has really helped us, and that's why we are online now. If not, I'm supposed to be with you at India. So thank God for that. And I will also recommend this particular research, this particular modeling, that's the use of the spectral cloud modeling to provide qualitative assessment of the environmental pollution, because this will tell us more about what is really happening at each of the quadrants, because the data acquired is as a result of the rotation of the Earth. You know, the Earth moves 24 hourly. So we have the sunrise, we have the sunset. So at different phase of it, there will be a different behavioral pattern of this data, of this signal. So that's why the splitting into quadrants is highly appreciated in this particular research work. And lastly, I would like our government, the government of Nigeria and of Port Harcourt City, to have a regulation in order to stop illegal pumping of black smoke by all these multinational oil companies, because what we find out from our sample was that this black soot that we see all over the land of Port Harcourt, the environment of Port Harcourt, was due to illegal pumping of crude oil in Port Harcourt. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Dr. Kudira. Thank you very much for this very relevant paper presentation. Please hold on before we start the Q&A and the discussion. Now, I want to check once again with Sutripta. Are there any more speakers?
I don't think so, Aga sir. We
Okay,
just had 3 presentations
yeah,
in this
I
session.
suggest that no, we don't waste time. We should start the discussion if there are any Q&A. So we have heard 3 speakers, Evelyn Kajikom from Philippines, and then we have Dr. Kudirat from Nigeria, and also one more paper from Nagaland. So we have the 3 speakers are here. I can see them. Evelyn, I can see Evelyn. Can you please if you can turn on the camera, unless you are having some internet issue. So now the
Professor Agamoto, I
yeah,
have an announcement to make.
yeah,
Uh,
please.
Dr. Indranil Sengupta, please join Hall 1. Please join Hall 1. Your presentation is in Hall 1.
Who
Please
is
join Hall 1. Indranil, please join Hall 1. This is Hall 3. We can't hear you. You have to open your microphone.
you're mute, yeah, or you're
Ma'am,
mute.
I have some internet issue. That is why I'm not able to join in the lecture. But someone give me the link of this hall, so that is why I joined in this hall. Can you please share me the link for hall 3?
Okay. Is your paper in Hall? This is Hall 3 actually. This
Okay,
is Hall 3, but your paper is not here with us.
Your paper is in
Okay,
hall
your
number
paper.
1.
You please check. Your paper is in Hall number 1.
hall number 1. Okay, but
Yes. Yes.
but actually I have received the link of this hall. That is
See,
why
you have the schedule. Do you have the schedule of the program? Hall number
no,
1 link is same throughout. Okay.
no,
Hall.
I actually okay, okay, ma'am. I actually received this.
It may be
No,
by
I
mistake.
think there is a miscommunication because
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, sir.
the links were given together, all the room 1, 2, 3. So I don't know how you got only this link.
Sir, yes, I actually didn't. I actually received the link of this hall for
That's
my
not possible.
presentation,
Never
and
mind. I
Indranil,
for
think
the
no,
technical issue was
I think we should start the discussion. We don't want to make the people wait here because,
yeah.
like Evelyn, it's already like 10 o'clock. It's
Yeah,
more than 10.
it must be very late for them.
Yes.
So,
So I would like to
Indranil,
start
I
the
request
discussion.
you to check the schedule. You have
okay.
your paper. Just see where in which hall you have your paper and
Okay,
join
ma'am.
that hall. Okay, and it
Okay,
is
ma'am.
not this hall. Thank you,
Okay, ma'am.
Indranil.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, fine. So, can
Yeah.
I
Okay.
leave this hall, sir?
Yeah. Please.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Absolutely.
So we have 3 speakers here. We have Evelyn and Dr. Kudiriat and also Apong. Anyway, are there any questions for these speakers or any comments, questions, anything? There are not many people here, so I think I will just have one short question for Evelyn. Evelyn, in one of your slides, you're talking about this planting tree and forest management. Can you please explain the difference in this? What is tree? What is tree planting and what is forest management?
Yes, sir. So as we have discussed, the trees that are isolated or far from other trees are performing differently. In forest management, we are actually grouping trees. That's why we have forest, mahogany forest inside the school, but mahogany forest mahogany are actually invasive in the Philippines. So in reforestation, they are not recommended anymore. So for forest management, this is for maximizing the potential of trees
Okay.
to, aside from treating them isolated, we must grow them together for more co-benefits.
More effective. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. And yeah, yeah, for the paper from Nagaland, I think it is quite clear. So basically, you are giving us a review of the air quality measurements in Nagaland. That's quite straightforward. Okay. So any other comments or any other questions from the members?
Professor, I have a question for Kudirat.
Yeah, please.
Kudirat, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I'm still on.
Kudirat,
I can hear you.
this is an excellent piece of work, what you have done. And have you tried, have you tried your model at other places or for a longer term?
Well,
I
it
mean,
was a
this is,
2 years work.
okay,
It was a 2 years data,
Okay.
2017 and 2018.
So that is quite reasonable. 2 years data is very reasonable.
Are you
Thank
Okay.
thinking
you.
about a long-term study on this with the spectral model which you
The
use,
spectrograph, yeah,
spectral technique?
yes. I would love to, because that's the essence of research. We do
Okay,
more.
okay,
Even I would love to have more quadrants instead of the 4, probably 6 or 8, to also make comparison with the results.
okay, okay. Thank you, Kudirat. Thank you.
You're
And
welcome. You're welcome.
Professor,
Okay.
I have also one clarification from Evelyn. Evelyn,
Please.
in the one of the slide you showed, there are you mentioned banana trees.
Uh,
Okay, is it there naturally in your campus, or you are using that as a part of afforestation? It's not very clear to me.
oh, yes, ma'am. So it's Banabatri, and it is actually find located in the campus vicinity.
Okay, it's already there
Yes,
in
yes.
campus
And it
vicinity.
is actually identified as a mother tree, the most abundant mother tree in the university.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Okay. Okay.
okay. So
So
that is
any.
Musa parasitica, right?
It's not banana. It's banaba
Okay,
in the
It's
Philippines.
not
So
banana. Yeah,
okay,
I saw that.
yes,
okay, okay, okay,
Yeah, it's not banana.
okay. It's
it's
not
in the
banana.
Philippines. It's called banaba, but it is also
Okay,
a scientific
Banana.
name. Yeah.
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
okay, okay. Thank you so much, Evelyn.
Okay.
Thanks for the clarification.
Okay. One last last opportunity. Anybody has got any comments or questions for the three speakers? Okay, if there is none, let me give a very short, very brief summary. So anyway, we only had three papers, but three very good papers, I would say, because this is on how the university, the agriculture university in Philippines, managing the climate change effect, which was very interesting. And I think many other universities in the world actually are doing something like this. I'm in Sunway University, and we have got a whole department looking at the sustainable development goals and climate change, and they are doing so many things to achieve these targets slowly. And then, of course, we had heard from the Kudirat, the transform spectral techniques she used to measure the decomposition in the port city. So that is quite a technical paper, I would say. And then we also heard a review of the ambient air quality in Nagaland, which it's also very exciting discovery. So with that three good papers, I would say, I would like to, if there are no other comments or questions or announcement from the organizers, I would like to officially close this session for now. Thank you very much to all of you who has been here in the session. Thank you very much.
All those who are present, kindly share your camera we'll take a photograph.
You should have told me earlier. I would have come with extra lights.
Oh, you're already very much visible, Professor,
Okay.
without the extra lights also.
Oh, thank you.
Afong, can you share your camera?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Subir. Okay. Okay.
Thank you and good evening and good night.
Yeah. Good night. Good evening, everybody.
Good
And
night.
please
Good night.
stop.
It
Please
was
stop
nice seeing you.
please stop the recording. And I will be presenting tomorrow 2 papers. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you,
Good night.
Professor Radha. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you to all the presenters. Thank you. We are closing the meeting now. Bye. Bye, Kudirat.